everyone, welcome back to the Outdoor Dog YouTube channel. I'm Stephanie and this is Peter Pan. Today we want to share with you how you can utilize positive reinforcement dog training techniques to be able to help you kind of build a healthy lifestyle for yourself. A healthy lifestyle is so important because if you're not feeling well, it's hard to be motivated to even get up and out the door to take your dog for a walk or a hike. And it may even be really hard to do a training session with some of these behaviors that you want to train for traveling or being in the outdoors. For a healthy lifestyle, I've found that really kind of the shotgun approach is the best way to go about it. So what I'm going to share with you today is just a supplement to other things that you can do to benefit yourself as you develop a healthy lifestyle. There are really multiple components to a wellness journey or a healthy lifestyle, which is your physical health, your mental health, and in some cases, or I'd say a lot of cases, your spiritual health. I definitely recommend working with some type of professional, whether it's a fitness instructor, a local gym, a health professional, someone who can help be a support, who has the knowledge to help you progress and grow. The one person who has really helped me in my journey is Clough. He has a ton of free resources that you can check out that really help you kind of get to the core or the root cause of some of these things that you may be struggling with. I will put a link to his app and his YouTube channel in the comments. He has been huge for me in my wellness journey, so I'd like to share that with you guys as well. So, kind of how this video came about is I was talking to my sister about some struggles that I was having in my wellness journey. And my lens to view the world is as a dog trainer. So oftentimes I relate problem solving to dog training, or really anything to dog training. So what I decided to do to kind of solve some of my problems that I was having is develop a training plan as if I were a dog. Sounds a little silly, but what I found was in my wellness journey, I wasn't giving myself any way to celebrate those small wins, so I wasn't getting any positive reinforcement. I'd eat the carrot, but the cake was still there and the cake was way too reinforcing, right? Or I'd eat healthy for a little bit, but that delayed gratification of seeing the number drop on the scale wasn't enough. It was too far out. So I really wanted to develop a plan for myself so that I could be successful and feel good about those tiny steps that I was making throughout the day. Whenever I make a training plan for a dog, I look at my goal, any potential challenges I may have in reaching that goal, what I need to do in the environment to help my dog be successful, and then also what training steps I'm going to take. So I took that same concept and wrote it all out for myself. What I decided for my goal, and I'll shorten my version for you guys, is I just want a healthy lifestyle. I want to eat healthy and exercise every day. If you make your own goal, definitely get as specific as possible and write out your whys, which we'll get to in a second, why you want that goal. My potential challenges are poor planning. If I go on a day trip somewhere, I should be packing some healthy options for lunch or a snack instead of relying on fast food. Definitely poor planning on my part. I also kind of find social situations to be a little challenging, right? If I'm with someone and they want to eat at McDonald's, I'm gonna probably eat at McDonald's too and probably make an unhealthy choice. Also, finances play into this, and a variety of other things like cravings. So after I listed my goals and my potential challenges, I went into my environment. How can I manage my environment to help me be the most successful? For me, this was making sure that I had a ton of healthy meal options and snack options in my fridge. I wanted that to be a really easy go-to instead of reaching for sweets. So I don't actually have any sweets or desserts or anything in my house, so that I'm not making that poor choice. It's a little bit harder for me to make that choice now, right? I actually have to drive to the store and buy the thing that I want to eat because it's not in my house. Whereas the healthy option is so much easier. I open the fridge and can grab what I want. There was a couple other things that I added into my environment as well. First off, I got some support people. There are a number of people who support me in my just journey of life in general, and I discussed some of these health things with them, some of my goals and kind of some of the things that I want to do. And they have been instrumental in helping me, right? I can share my wins with them and they can celebrate with me, but they're also there for encouragement if I need some support. They're the most amazing people. I also kind of wrote out a list of why I want to be healthier. Why do I want to eat that carrot instead of the cake? And no, the carrot cake doesn't count. Have your cake and eat it too, right? So having that list and going back to it and adding to it, or going back to it and reading it, has really helped me make that a conscious decision that yes, I want a healthy lifestyle because I want to be there for my nephew when he wants to run around and play. I want to be feeling good so that I can do that. I want to feel good so that I can be a great person to my dog so that we can go out and walk and hike and do these amazing things. I don't want to tell my family no because I don't feel well if they invite me somewhere. So all these things are part of my why, as well as having more energy and feeling good and fixing posture and all those types of things. Once I kind of developed what I wanted my environment to look like so that I could be successful, I went on to my training plan. For me, for wellness, sometimes I think that it's a lot of delayed gratification, right? I find that number going lower on the scale to be very reinforcing, but it could take months for me to get to a place where I've dropped some weight, right? So that's a lot of delayed reinforcement, and those months weren't worth it. It wasn't working for me. What I wanted to do instead is reinforce myself for those daily little wins, because I knew if I did that eventually the scale would move and I don't have to worry about it. So what I decided is to write out some criteria for myself. What am I going to reinforce in my day? I wanted to reinforce eating healthy meals, eating a healthy snack, drinking enough water, those types of things for my nutrition. And then for my fitness, I wanted to reinforce myself for doing my physical exercise, my physical therapy exercises that I have, any fitness that I do with my lovely little boy, Peter, those types of things I wanted to reinforce too. So how on earth am I gonna reinforce myself with tiny little steps along the way? What I did in the past was I'd reach for those desserts, and that wasn't working. Because if I got a chocolate milkshake today, I will get one tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And that does not help me with my goal. So what I decided instead is I got this really cute little jar. It's very outdoorsy. It has a little, of course, it's outdoorsy, has a little feather on it. And I got some stones that I think are really pretty. So this is a way that I can reinforce myself daily. I got a jar of these stones, and every time I make a healthy choice, I put a stone in the jar. Once the jar is full, or I run out of stones, which I think I'll run out of stones before the jar is full, I have a list of places I want to go and things I want to do and see. So that is almost like building in an extra part of reinforcement, right? When this jar is full, I get to do the fun thing. And I wrote that out on a list, so I know exactly what I want to do. One of the things that I've really wanted to do for a long time is go up to Ricketts Glen State Park here in Pennsylvania and go camping and go for a hike. I've never been there. I want to go. So that's on my list. Visiting some of these other places like state parks, that's on the list too. You could even write on your list, go get a massage or do something nice for yourself. I decided to not let mine be kind of in the finance thing. I could pay for gas, but I didn't want to have to worry about setting aside extra money to pay for like a massage or something. But that's definitely something that you can do for yourself. So not only am I getting reinforced daily, because I really do like putting in the stones in the jar, I also have a list to reward myself and kind of celebrate when this is full. But I also get to celebrate every single time I put the stone in the jar. Every night before I go to bed, I grab my jar, I grab my stones, and each time I put a stone in the jar, I'm celebrating that little win that I had. So it's been really great and super fun to do. The other thing that I found is I wanted to reward myself for replacement behaviors. So if I really wanted to eat the cookie dough, but instead I took a walk with Peter, I really wanted to reinforce that for myself. So those things get me 3 stones. So I get to celebrate that even more. It's not just 1 stone going in the jar, it's 3, and then I get to the top quicker. Some of my reinforcement behaviors would be, instead of choosing that unhealthy thing, have a healthy meal or a healthy snack. Drink some water or make some tea. I really like tea. Take time to play with Peter or go for a walk. Enjoy some time outside, or even take some time to journal. And again, those things get me 3 stones in my jar. So it's just a fun way to kind of motivate myself and celebrate those small wins instead of waiting for a change to happen on the scale or with the tape measure, so that I can celebrate those little things and progress forward. Again, I have my goal, my potential challenges, my environment, and then my training criteria. I'm gonna reward myself for all those healthy things. And once my jar is full, I get to go on that fun outing that I've planned. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Do you guys have a fun special thing you do to celebrate your little wins each day as you're building a healthy lifestyle? If you are, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what your strategies are. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week. Take care.